Today I want to take a look at running Visual Studio Code on your server operating systems. So here we're looking at a SharePoint Server VM that has Windows Server 2016, and we've got Visual Studio Code added. And one of the best ways of testing that is simply doing start run, typing in the word code, and it should go ahead and kick up and launch the editor. And here we've got IIS in the background, actually two instances of VS Code. We've got SharePoint Central Admin, and a lot of kind of server-side, infrastructure-focused items. Of course, Windows Server 16 running a SharePoint farm. And Visual Studio Code is something you'll find a lot on people's workstations, developing text files like HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, and the front-end development has really taken off. I think it's important to remember the benefits that carries for the back end as well. So just because we're using VS Code a lot for doing JavaScript front end and working local on a laptop doesn't mean that it won't have value in the data center. So when we think about our virtual machines and infrastructure and what VS Code can offer there, we do have a lot of different plugins that are useful, maybe in slightly different ways. There are some ones to consider there. PowerShell plugin is the first that comes to mind. It helps with IntelliSense. It gives you different error checking, and it's frankly just more advanced than the PowerShell ISE. So with any Windows Server operating system, you can always go start run and type in PowerShell underscore ISE, and we can open the integrated script environment, which is a decent editor. It allows for some command syntax completion. It does have some color coding that it does, and it's a starting point. It does okay, but it's not exactly innovative. It's not changing. It's not improving. It's not where the product team and Microsoft's roadmap for R&D is headed. So while a lot of people use PowerShell ISE when they connect to their servers, I would suggest it's better to take the 10 minutes to download VS Code, add a few extensions, and go ahead and switch over and use that one as your primary editor. And there's a couple reasons for that. The biggest one is going to be consistency. The same tool set you're using locally on your laptop for HTML and JavaScript, you can use on your server for PowerShell, and it provides this cross training to build new skill sets. And you also have extensions that are server focused. I mean, the PowerShell extension, that's going to do a really good job at running any long running operations that need to go for hours and hours, anything high performance that needs the low latency network of the data center. And having those extensions server side will help you both author and execute your code on the server all in one point, not needing to author local, then upload and execute remote. You can both author the code, debug the code, and execute the code in the same place on your server OS. So something that I would encourage for everyone to just give a try. Load VS Code on your server operating systems. The next time you need to make a script, go in and give it a test and see how well it works for you. And you also have the benefit of being able to pass off and share your work with peers that, I'm on a remote desktop to a server. Maybe I'm connected as a service account, and I can leave this session up, leave it active. And then when my coworkers connect, they can come in and see the same output, they can see the same code, and they can sort of pick up where I left off. So you might disconnect your laptop, shut down, lose network connection, and those sort of things. But with a data center and with a virtual machine that's always running, you're going to have a stable long-term host where you can sort of pass the baton to your coworkers, maybe in a different time zone or geography, but they can continue the work when you sort of disconnect and pass the baton to the next group. So a lot of benefits in trying code on the server, something I would definitely check out. Thanks for watching.